The reason of walking north, we are supposed to leave the equator and then move like 20 meters both sides, which is like the minimum distance. You can notice that.
20 meters.
20 meters. So we need to put some to indicate the direction. As you can see, this water is rotating clockwise. Or maybe as you watch here of the wash, and remember the far we can do it far from the line of equator. This rotation itself, it will be moving more faster because there is more force of gravity when you go further to the line.
Okay.
Put the same water, the same stakes to indicate the direction, as you can see now.
It's anti-clockwise.
Yes, anti-clockwise. If you can remember the other side, it was taken this way. You can also try to pick one of the stakes this way. Like try to rewind it back like this. See whether it might be confused. You see, just fight its way to anti-clockwise. And the far you are is more than when you're near Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. To move more fast.
Oh, okay.
This is the center. We name it the center of gravity, whereby you can't see the rotation. So any movement can happen here. We put the same sticks to take the direction.
And they don't move?
Yes, you try to make it rotate maybe clockwise or maybe the other way around. See?
Oh, wow.
So which means whether it's passing here, also it can come here.
So we have arrived. We are finally on the piece of land, and it's just so wonderful to be here. There's something so refreshing and calming about being away from the city. It's just so nice. I'm so glad. I think we made the right decision. I know we made the right decision. Nanyuki is beautiful. Behind us is Mount Kenya. To my right is Loldaiga Hills. I mean, and it's just fresh air, very quiet and calm. And there's so much you can do. And I actually just discovered, by the way, that this soil that I was so afraid is black cotton, and I've been thinking it's black cotton soil, is actually dark loam and is very, very good for farming. So anybody who's got land available in this area, you can actually do farming. And it has rained so much. It's usually a little bit drier than it is now, but it's so pleasant and beautiful, and I'm glad I came out at this time. It's actually 4 years, Solomon, since we bought the land. So I must confess, I mean, it's bad manners for me to always say you need to know where your investments are, to have taken so long to come and see it. But I suppose it's an element of trust, and knowing that if my husband saw it and he liked it and he knows where it is, we're good. But I'm happy that I've been able to come out here. So maybe one of the questions I can ask you now that we're here is, by the way, why Goshen? So just, you know, when I drive out there, I see Goshen this, Goshen that, Goshen Matatu, Goshen building. Why Goshen?
Well, you know, we actually had incorporated ourselves as a different company initially in early 2012. And we just felt really strongly that we had not picked the right name. And, you know, having a background of faith, you know, we believe that names mean a lot. They kind of set the tone for your life, for your business, and what you're about. It's an excellent opportunity to kind of declare in advance what you want to accomplish, right? So, you know, Goshen is actually a Hebrew word, mostly found in the Old Testament, biblical scripture. It's a place in the Upper Nile Delta where the Pharaoh at the time when Joseph was his deputy prime minister, if you want to think of that, kind of kept his own personal livestock, because it was always fertile being at the delta where the Nile joined the Red Sea. And so even in the time of famine, it wasn't as ravaged as, you know, the rest of the region. And so if you read the story, it says that when the Pharaoh and all of his house found out that Joseph's family was alive, the Pharaoh was filled with joy or overjoyed and told Joseph, listen, bring your family from Canaan, tell them if they stay there, they're gonna die. Tell them to come up to Egypt. I'll give them the best of Egypt, to give them Goshen, so that they are preserved in this time of famine. And so it says that Joseph settled his father and his father's clan, and there they settled, acquired land and property, and prospered. And so, you know, you look at historically what that means, you know, 400 years later, the Jewish nation was enslaved by a Pharaoh who had forgotten about
what Joseph had done.
Right, and so the point was, you know, Goshen represented, it actually in Hebrew it means draw near to me or come close to me. In that sense, Joseph's long lost family came close to him or to the Pharaoh.
Okay.
Right, and so that represented intimacy and the whole notion of protecting your posterity, creating a posterity for your children and your children's children and a wealthy future, because there the Jews prospered. And so, you know, we thought that would be the most appropriate way to kind of encapsulate what we thought land investment, strategic positioning of land investment is all about. We're not investing for ourselves really. It's about providing for our children, our grandchildren. You know, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? So, long answer to the question, but that's why Goshen.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah.
There's some detail there that I didn't actually know, so thank you. So that's amazing. I think names have a very, very powerful effect on the thing that you're naming, and even in your psyche. And so I totally agree with that. I guess some of you are also just wondering, I mean, who is this Solomon guy and why is Rina hanging out with Solomon? I met Solomon through his family, and you know, his passion for land for us, my husband and I, was quite clear, and he seemed knowledgeable, and we decided to just go ahead and engage him in helping us buy land and get involved in this whole land investment, I guess, as an asset class. And one of the things that I must say is that he is very, very honest and will not even bribe to get stuff done. It has even gotten frustrating to some point for us, because I'm like, I need my title, you know, I need it now. But then he's like, Z, no, we are going to follow due process. And I guess that's why I've been a bit, okay, I'll go and see the land, I'll go and see, because I know that I will come and I will find it right there. And so I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for just being authentic, for staying the course, for even when times have gotten really tough, and you know, you've not gone against what you believe to be the way things should be done. And I think you're going to go very far because of that, irrespective of what anybody else thinks. I think so. So anyway, you're watching Rina Hicks, and this is All Access, where we kind of get deeper into people's lives, into businesses, into government, and just get more information that can help us as we invest and become money-wise. God bless you.